Yeah, we're a family farm, 5,000 hectares crop, about Kadoo, Central Wheat Belt, about 2 hours northeast of Perth. We cover all soil types. A bit of grey clay, sand, wodgel country, a bit of red country as well, and a lot of conglomerate. So, we needed a bar that could go through all conditions in all weather types as well. So we used to run a John Deere 1870 conserver pack, basically in the same configuration we run now with a tow between liquid cart and tow behind air cart, 56 foot wide. Had that for about 13 seasons and decided that we were in the market for a new bar. Wanted something with a bit more trash flow, bit of a heavier bar, but that could also have good flotation and the ability to handle all conditions. Dry or wet seeding. So yeah, we run a 550 case quad track with a 10,000 litre tow between liquid cart with a 60 foot bar in between, and then the 430 bushel tow behind air cart. We run our liquid fertiliser down the lead shank, usually Flexien or some other products that are carbon based as well, and then granular fertiliser with the grain, but still dual shoot. And yeah, liquids run down the leading ripping tine. So it's been the second season. Last year was a bit of trial by fire with the prototype machine, as probably one of our toughest seeding years we've ever had. Apart from the last week of seeding, the entire program was done dry, and when I say dry, like very dry, no subsoil moisture whatsoever. Really happy with actually the establishment in a dry year like that. It was just a bit sad we didn't have the follow-up rains, but crop establishment was, definitely couldn't complain. Handled all conditions really well. This year is another big dry seeding season, but we've since had a fairly nice amount of rain and everything's jumping away out of the ground, and possibly the best establishment I've ever actually had. So we actually run the 16 mil wide points, which is a bit wider than some do. Dry sowing, it is quite heavy to pull, especially when the whole machine's fully loaded, as it weighs a hell of a lot behind the quad track. But even though it's heavy to pull, it rides through the paddock nicely, doesn't bounce around or vibrate to crap like some other machines actually do. And but in saying that, being so heavy, we do a lot of deep ripping and it doesn't sink at all in the deep ripping, which was a problem with our last bar. Really hard to get precise seed depth placement. Yeah, so it's no wider than any other machine out there in the market, but it does transport really nice down the road, nice and smooth. It is heavy, but we don't notice it behind the tractor as much. We do a bit of tree pruning here and there, but the overall height's actually a fair bit lower than some other machines, hence the wide wheelbase in transport. But I think that's a far better way to be than overall height, as we have a lot of low power lines and other obstacles around here. So we've been heavily involved for the last few years with Eagle seeding bars and MaxiPoint, and found them really good to deal with. Their passion behind all the crew that work there, it does flow through to the end product. Also in the backup, any issues we've had, they've been pretty quick to rectify them, come out during seeding and help fix them. A few have been actually, something happened on a weekend and they were pretty happy to either come up if they had to, or first thing Monday morning they were out here and sorting out the issue. In saying that though, we didn't have much downtime at all, probably not even a day total during seeding, so very happy with that considering the conditions.
Yep, excellent. And just finally, mate, tell us a bit about how the year's gone so far for you since you finished up seeding.
This season started out really dry. We did a fair bit of our program dry. Canola and lupins all dry seeded. Then we did get a little bit of rain, started sowing wheat on that rain. A lot of that actually germinated. Most other machines we've had in the past probably would have struggled to get a germination, but we actually got a pretty good strike straight away. And then since seeding's finished, we've actually had about 35 to 40 mil of rain. So yeah, very happy. Everything's just starting to really jump away, enjoying a bit of a sunlight.
Yeah, excellent, Shaun. Well, once again, thanks very much for your continued support. We love working with you, mate, and we'll hope this year's a cracker.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.